Hello, at Dabra, we are developing a wearable orthopedic device for foot progression angle calculation. I'm Anjan, I worked on the product development, Brindan worked on the documentation, David also worked on the product development, Ashley worked on the financial report, and John worked on the marketing plan.
For this presentation, we're quickly going to take a look at the background and introduction to the project. We'll look at the solution that we present, we'll analyze our business plan, and then we'll sum it up with a conclusion. Proceeding with the project background. First, we'll ask, what is gait? So gait in humans is described as a movement of the human limbs involving the complete body. So the cycle is a pattern of steps and strides, which is identified through a series of phases. So to keep it simple, we'll identify 4 different phases of a gait cycle: the push-off, the swing, the heel strike, and the stance phase. So these phases together form the cycle of a gait. So the gait pattern is evaluated in lab environments using a specialized camera setup. Looking at the foot progression angle, which is what we're interested in, it is a main identifying criteria of this project. So the FPA is defined as the angle between the line from the heel bone to the second metatarsal, which is shown in the diagram here as a foot vector, and the line of progression averaged from the heel strike to toe off during the stance phase of walking for each step is identified here as a heading vector. So the FPA is used by researchers in order to evaluate gait pattern and use treatment corrections to provide non-invasive treatments for medical conditions such as knee osteoporosis.
So on to our solution and product. As a vision, we aim to improve quality of life for patients with knee osteoporosis through innovative wearable technology developed for therapists and doctors' assistants. Our goal is to be the leading innovators in our industry with industry-defining technology and widely dispersed medical-grade orthopedic sensors at a global scale. Our mission is to research, innovate, and develop wearable orthopedic sensor devices for medical-grade use in order to facilitate improved therapeutic analysis for patients with irregular gait. We stand to provide accessible and affordable wearable solutions for patients, medical professionals, and therapeutic practitioners for accurate sensor tracking. Today, we present a novel real-time algorithm and an inexpensive microcontroller with sensor system that calculates foot progression angles in real time. The device is mounted in the heel of the shoe as shown in this picture and requires little intervention from users and lab technicians to obtain the real-world walking data. Our product is the integration of the algorithm with the IMU sensor and microcontroller. On to our business plan. Foot progression angle anomalies are a key symptom of knee osteoporosis and other degenerative diseases. As such, our value proposition is an easier and less expensive early detection of knee diseases in our growing elderly population. Current competitive products use expensive lasers, as shown in this picture, and require administration by a lab technician. In contrast, we create a competitive advantage by reducing lab technician work and further decreasing cost by using less expensive technology. Furthermore, our technology is much more portable. This allows us to collect data from patients' everyday walking environment rather than a lab environment. The decreased cost of collecting data and the allowance of this technology for patients to walk in their everyday environment means our technology creates a data set that is much more representative of the real walking of the person. We operate in the wearable industry and remote patient monitoring segment. The annual growth rate of the wearable industry is 27.9%, and most of it is in the remote patient monitoring segment. As such, our industry is in the growth phase, and there is a lot of potential growth for our company. From SWOT analysis, we found that the market is very homogeneous in that a few competitors own the majority of the market share, which is a threat. As such, we looked to create partnerships with hospitals to show potential investors that we have customers that see the value in our product. We were able to work with UBC Hospital, who are currently using our product in their lab.
Moving into our marketing plan, we have a niche biomedical therapist market. As such, our primary showcasing will be through the UBC Hospital's implementation because we're working with them to develop our product. So adoption will be most likely through the health network that UBC Hospitals has connections with. We're looking to sell our unit for $1,000 per unit, and even if certain hospitals are on a tight budget, these units can be transferred to multiple patients as long as they're sanitized before use. We will also be looking at biomechanics and medical instrumentation trade shows, and also sample units and in-person demonstrations will definitely be provided for the Lower Mainland.
For our marketing plan, we have set a series of SMART goals for the initial development of our company and product. By October 2020, we will complete beta testing our prototype on select patients. By February 2021, we will seek approval from medical staff and CSA certifications. By March 2021, we will complete implementations of our analyzer in UBC hospitals and for FPA and evaluation. By June 2021, we will seek adoptions of our analyzer in Lower Mainland hospitals. And by December 2021, we seek to have annual sales of over 1,000 units.
For our operation plan, the long-term product goal is to develop a wearable sensor to detect foot progression angle and provide real-time feedback. The design of the product has to meet medical standard and be robust enough to handle stomp and vibration caused by the patient. For development, our team is working on real-time feedback with a 1-second delay and have a fully working software by August 2021. Our manufacturing objective is to set up a testing and quality assurance location by September 2021. Moving on to the next slide. Faculties needed in the operation plan is an office space and enough space to test foot progression angle on patient. The desired location is near UBC. Equipment required is a motion capture system, treadmill, and testing equipments. For extra labor, we need quality assurance worker to test each assembled product. Our business organization would have a CEO, CTO, CFO, and 2 engineers. For legal issues, we did a patent search and there is no other invention that is similar to our product.
Now we move on to the financial plan. For the financial plan, we considered 3 growth rates, 30%, which is the worst case scenario, 40%, which is what we are aiming for, and 100%, which is the best case scenario. In order to forecast our sales at the considered growth rates, we made a few assumptions. We wish to sell Gate Visualizer version 1 for $1,000 each and sell about 100 units in the first year, and the break-even period should ideally be less than 5 years. Here's an illustration of what our sales and revenue forecast would look like. Moving on to the cash flow diagram, we will look at the growth rate of 30%, which is highlighted by green in the graph shown here. In the initial stages of the venture, we would need about $300,000 as an angel investment for about 30% of equity share. We aim to be profitable by 4th year, which is correlated to the break-even analysis, which shows that we will need to sell at least 130 units to break even.
To sum up our project in a quick conclusion, we present the Gait Analyzer V1, which is a wearable orthopedic sensor which holds its main value in its portability and its low cost to the medical professionals compared to the next best equivalent system to evaluate the foot progression angle. So being developed with therapists at UBC who treat knee osteoporosis on a daily, we already have a verified functional product while also already having our foot in the market through this partnership. We will be hoping to do most of our marketing through the UBC hospital and its affiliated health network. Through the presentation, we also wanted to provide realistic numbers which show the low capital investment and footprint required for the launch of this product. The financial analyst shows promising projections for the expected and best case projections, but even in the worst case projections, the break-even cost is an acceptable timeframe, which should make our project appealing to investors and also allow our company to succeed in our mission, which is to provide accessible and affordable wearable solutions for patients, medical professionals, and therapeutic practitioners for accurate sensor tracking. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and I hope we have conveyed how beneficial the Gait Analyzer V1 really is. Thank you.